Greetings once again, and welcome back to our beer garden. This will be our penultimate episode before the arrival of the big day, the biggest day of the year, here in the Christian part of the world, where we celebrate this guy, doop, 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 and all of the wonderful things that he does for us, including bringing us gifts and helping us with giving gifts, mostly gifts. And so we have two more beers to do. I decided that this will be the last of the Saranac 12 pack that we've been looking at. And it is called Saranac Whiteout Pale Ale. It's 5.5% ABV, and it does not have a score yet on Beer Advocate, as many of these 12 pack offerings have not. I have tried one of these, full disclosure, and I enjoyed it very much. I did not pour it out into a glass, however, so I am curious to see what it looks like. The can art, or the bottle art in this case, it's cute. It's an old-timey truck with a Christmas tree in the back and some snow. It's exactly what you would expect. Gonna need a bottle opener for this one. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, lots of gas escaping from there. Just like the last beer, that Dortmunder that we looked at, which was lovely. So hopefully that's a good sign. Very piney. Very, very piney. There is a pine tree in the back of that truck. So I guess it makes sense. And it's a pour. Way more gas escaping. Like that Shiner had a good amount of gas escaping, but this has even more. Kind of a little bit more of a head than the last few beers we've looked at for sure. And it is super hazy. That is very hazy. It's not quite as hazy as the Holidays haze, but it's hazy. Definitely can't see through it. Maybe a tiny little bit. Ooh. The aroma is pretty simplistic for a pale ale, but it's good. It's nice. It's clean. It's got a little bit of a banana clove situation happening on the sniff. And some kind of other thing that I assume is hops, but it's kind of hard to tell because it's a bit muddled, to be honest. I can see that there's a bunch of bubbles coming up from the bottom of this glass here. And actually it's becoming a little bit more see-through, a little less opaque as it settles. Yeah, like I can kind of see my lights through here. So it's a very inviting looking beer. I must say, this is the kind of thing that if you saw this at a party in somebody's glass, you'd be like, ooh, what the heck is that? I want to try that. Good amount of lacing clinging to the side of the glass here. Let's give it a try, shall we? Yep. Definitely very banana heavy. Not very malty for an ale. It's definitely low on the malts. There's a good amount of like a piney hop presence. So really nothing surprising about the flavor at all. It pretty much follows the nose almost exactly. There's maybe a tiny little bit of like a biscuit dough malt going on in there that's not on the nose. And that's about it. Everything else is like just what you would expect from a holiday pale ale. So, yeah, Saranac, their 12-pack was more consistent than Shiner's for sure. It's still leaving a ton of lacing on that glass, like all over the place. Well, you can taste that there's a good amount of fruit in this one. The last few beers we looked at, not so much. Yeah, it's almost like those little pineapple chunks you would get in like a fruit salad. That's what this reminds me of. It's got that pineapple chunk taste, which is lovely. I don't know if I particularly associate it with Christmas, but it is lovely. Maybe Christmas in Hawaii or something. Malakaliki mahi is the it's lovely. I really do enjoy this one. It's a great way to round out our 12 beers of Christmas. We only have one left, which I'm very excited about. I've been saving this one. It was actually the first one I bought for this 12 beers of Christmas, and I've just been keeping it in the background, keeping it set aside to share with you, my beer babies, because it's one that I really, really enjoy, and I think you will too. But that said, this is also very delicious. Like, honestly, I have no complaints. So if you enjoy this style of beer, or even if you don't, if you have a recommendation, or if you would like to perhaps request a particular style of beer, please leave a comment below, like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the Christmas one. Auf Wiedersehen.